stop.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday. Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina. Belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Back on Monday, throw Barbie body. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle. And they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he'll wind up. Getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on second down is Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen from 3 yards out. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Out of the gun, Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 60 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Football going back over to the Carolina Panthers here, and for Carolina, it's hard to fathom what went wrong with them this season. It's been said before, we talked about it, they were 6-2 at the midway point, right in the mix for a first-round bye, and then everything kind of went wrong from there on out.
I wonder if we'll look back at that Thursday nighter in Pittsburgh where they got absolutely blasted. And at the time, we thought it was kind of a one-off, you know? Bad night, throw it out, here we go. But that led to a really bad stretch of football for Carolina, a lot of losses. And you just wonder, did that game take so much out of them that it was hard for them to bounce back? Now, look, the playoff thing for them is going to figure on a lot of other teams and a lot of other factors, so they could be in or out depending how other teams do. Bottom line is, they didn't take care of business themselves.
Yeah, and that Week 15 loss to the Saints, that kind of really sealed their fate. That put them 2 games below 5. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Here we go.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That one goes for 36 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. 13 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up the 3rd down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the 1st quarter, here's another good example.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Well, partner, as the Cowboys come back out here, I want to ask you to assess the season. The first couple months of the year for Dallas starting to look like they'd be sitting at home in January. Then the Amari Cooper trade comes. They breeze through November unbeaten, part of a 5-game winning streak. But then, a real head-scratcher, Week 15, they get shut out in Indianapolis.
You just wonder if all...
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up. We talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now from the yard line. From the gun, here's Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. They will go for it. Now Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From fourth down to first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
20.
Here's Newton now on second down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Mobility is often a good thing for a quarterback. Rarely do you think it's a bad thing. Getting outside of the pocket often breaks down defenses, but you still have to set and throw.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't lose your mechanics even though you're outside the pocket.
And there with the pressure coming, that made that extra tough. Throwing on third down, Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
They stopped him in his tracks. And able to follow his center and pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be third down.
20.
The shotgun snap for Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And an alley to run. And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And Newton's going to keep it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. After the run, Newton going to throw. Step Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cowboys have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but then ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Well, the former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
A second down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Newton on first down. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Newton now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. This is caught inside the 15. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Newton now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Newton throwing again. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Torrey Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more.
And he's going to go down just outside inside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And out now come the Cowboys. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. They find some open field here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K1 Short in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. They'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. K1 Short in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Ron Rivera didn't get the nickname Riverboat Ron for nothing. His guys are going to go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Switch it, hey. Here you go. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. I do want to take this time to mention that the next few months, very big in the competitive Madden Championship Series. A few weeks ago, we saw Skimbo go back-to-back.
That's right, back-to-back, second straight year.
You're fired up. And then next up, the Madden Challenge, and it's a $190,000 prize pool, and the ladders to qualify for that tournament now available in MUT draft mode. Exciting things. By the way, do you have a gamer tag, Charles?
No, I do not have a gamer tag. You must be a good player in order to earn a moniker.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here we go, 46.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Here we go, 46.
A first down carry for Smith. Spinning away. How about another? And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Good. Here we go, 4-8.
Prescott now from the 50. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here we go, 4-8. Switch and 8. 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Back now in Arlington. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has it. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Carolina getting set to take the field. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Got a man, it's right. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. 2nd down, Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a count. is now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Newton, eluding the pressure right. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Set. 780.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
20.
On first down, it's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And look at this. Cam Newton